And about your 5 years planning here in Brazil, this is very exotic to us because here in Brazil, the teams they need everything for today or yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, they don't trust in long terms plans. How you convince KEYD to do that, and how real is this plan to you? You have a 5 years contract with KEYD, or is something you just doing year after year?
Yeah, I can just be super honest with this one. It's absolutely real. First of all, I want all the teams that were with me in the past to regret your decision on not making me head coach and not giving me this decision, because, you know, it's 100% real. This is something that I always wanted to do. It's actually a 3-year contract because you're not allowed to have 5-year contracts with Riot, with a 2-year extension clause.
Okay.
Where if both parties agree, et cetera, et cetera. Our trust is at a level where, like, there's not even a buyout. Like, I can leave tomorrow if I want.
Okay.
There's no buyout, but I will never take any offer. Like, I can say it right now in public in front of however many people. If, I don't know, Pain Gaming come tomorrow and say, here's 200K Real a month, come to Pain Gaming, I say no. I say fuck off. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. I mean, you should see the offers I had in America. If I was moved by money, it's not like this, you know? Like, I don't want to be that guy, but like Brazil and Korea Brazil, Korea, China are the only 3 regions that don't respect my work. That's like mind blowing for me. Like in Europe, I have many people that respect my work that have offers. In NA as well, I had the offers, much more money. And Brazil was one of the countries. Korea and China, I understand, right? Because it's like completely different culture and they don't know of me, and you need to know people. But Brazil is mind blowing because they're like, this guy is the biggest scam artist and shit like this when I was coming here, right? But no, like for me, it's about building something. It's about loyalty. Pedrão and Hugo have gone out of the way to look after me. I'm here to stay. I'm here to build a project. Absolutely real. And it's not about me convincing them. It was about them convincing me. You know what Hugo said in our first meeting? He said, I'm a terrible negotiator for saying this, and I shouldn't say this, but the cards are on the ball is in your court. It's up to us to convince you. That's what he told me. Yeah. Like even in CBLOL, there was offers that was higher, money-wise. Yeah.
You had other offers here in CBLOL.
Close to $1 million.
Close to $1 million a year?
Yeah.
And you choose KEYD because they give you what you want.
Yes. Yeah. It's more in North America.
That's amazing.
That's a fact. It's not me that convinced. It's not me that wanted the 5-year project. It's not me that convinced them that I want a 5-year project.
They want a 5-year
It was them that wanted to build something long term. I think Hugo is special. Hugo is special, and I think Pedrão is special. Pedrão is maybe the first real business guy that I've seen in esports that is really smart.
And in the end of these 5 years, what you want to build in KEYD and CBLOL? What's your goal in the final of these 5 years?
Dynasty, multi-year championship, the best organization, the organization where players want to come to KEYD, organization where overseas players want to come. For example, we have allocated a budget every year to build the infrastructure so that gringos want to come here. For example, before, KEYD didn't provide housing for gringos. No Korean will ever join this team if it's like this. No European. We're building that up. We're building that contract up. We're building many things. We're investing in many things. I can't go into details, but they're different. Yeah. I don't know if I've already said too much. Maybe I get in trouble after this. But
no, it's okay.
Yeah.
So how you see the level of CBLOL today? Because when the beginning of the championship, KEYD was in the 5th, 6th position, and today you share the leadership with Pain Gaming.
Yeah.
A lot of change, a lot of teams change, a lot of the gameplay change.
Yeah.
What do you think happened in the course of the championship to this happen today? And you see CBLOL is in a higher level, or the teams play in a lower level because of that the championship is so struggle?
I mean, personally, I think the level in CBLOL, to be completely honest with you, is not particularly high.
Yeah.
Across the board. But for me, it just came down to who wants it more. That's what I think. I think KEYD works smarter. I think we work harder. I think we work better. And nobody in CBLOL wants it more than us. That's what I think. Nobody. Because like if you put us on paper, like no coach is going to be in a room with me and want it more than me. And no player is going to want it more than my players. Like think about it on paper. Sure, they want it. Sure, they're hungry. But Pedro's never won a title and he's a title level player. Pro Delta is very discriminated against, I think, for like how good he is because of like the shows and whatnot. Whereas I don't think it's entirely his fault at all. Smiley, it's maybe his last or second last shot. You know, Lelica, I didn't even need to say. Tukui was the same, really, I think, in terms of like what he wants to achieve. And then Gigo, I mean, this guy is just a born and bred champ.
He's amazing.
I think there are some players in teams, like, for example, I think Titan is like one of those people that really, really want to win.
Yeah. And Gigo's changed a lot from the last year. He's another person today.
Yeah.
So as a gameplay and as a person.
But it's like that because he wants it. You know, like in the off season, we worked 14. Okay. Let me tell you a story.
Okay.
I've never swapped players in my career. This is the first time I've done it, right? Intentionally. When I brought Smiley to our first scrim, and it was against our academy, we went 1-5 versus academy. 1 win, 5 losses versus academy in our first scrim. And I looked at Smiley play for the first 3 days, and I was like, Ludwig, you know, like, did we make it? Like, and Hugo was like, did we make a mistake? Listen, the 5 players, Kui included, worked 14, 15 hours a day, minimum, close to 16 hours a day, basically just living and breathing League every day with no break for like a month.
That's healthy in your opinion?
No, it's fucking unhealthy. So
but it's necessary.
So now we force. No, it's not necessary.
What? Okay.
I couldn't get them off. I couldn't get them off the PC. They're like, no, I have to play solo queue. Like Ludwig was like, I need to play. This is the kind of guy he is, you know.
Okay.
It's same in the Pain Gaming game, you know. Like we were playing. And it's the kind of guy Ludwig is. Smiley is.
Just to mention something to the audience. Pessoal, a nossa internet, ela tá passando por um momento de estabilidade. Mas eu já falei com a produção, tá? Ela tava indo no banheiro, eu vi o pessoal reclamando. Tá. Ela tá caindo e voltando, o que tá segurando é o reserva.
É o no break, tá.
Mas we're having some internet stability, like the live is still on, but sometimes the quality drops a bit because the no break is like tanking the internet.
We're meant to have a break?
No. No break is the name of the device that is like tanking when the internet goes down.
But we're still live.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay, great.
If you want to go to the bathroom
anytime you
can.
That's
more
fine.
water too. Just ask me. You have Coke, water.
And we have a lot of questions from the audience here.
Yes, that was the second thing I was about to tell you. Like lots of people asking.
Okay. We'll answer the questions, but like I want to talk about Ludwig. I want to brag about Ludwig because like when we played with Kaboom the first time in the first round, we were so scared. But I was like, okay, maybe it's because it's second game of the year, you know?
Okay.
And then we played versus what was the team? It was Red, and we shit ourselves, right? So I was telling them, guys, we can win. But in my mind, I was like, oh, fuck. Like,
we are fucked here.
Right? And then I spoke to them about it, right? It was the one that went on Behind the Stars. And then after that, I told them to cut me out. So I'm, like, for example, anyway. So the kind of guy Ludwig is he will do 200% for his team. So in Pain Gaming, when we played with Pain Gaming, he was running it because he was calling resources bot to fight, like permanently, you know? Like he like lifts everyone around him. And he forces his level up because he just grinds it out and puts the work in and matches the level, you know? This is the kind of guy he is. So he went 210%, and here's the reason my team isn't full of like cowards, really. And I'm like translating so I don't get cancelled here. There are many words I could have used there. You know, so I actually kicked Lace, our video guy, out of that room when I was giving the speech in Pain Gaming. But I told them after we lost to Pain and we were, I think, 4th or 5th, I said, okay, guys, sit down. Now we can actually win. Because to be honest with you, I was really scared we can't win. Because if we are scared on stage, we can, like, there are some players that can never get over this. But after today, I realized we can win. Because all 5 of the players, led by Ludwig, right? And Gigo too, but Gigo is more like a machine. This guy just sits down and he's a stage player. So Gigo doesn't really count in terms of the coward list, but the other 4 definitely, unfortunately. You know, after Ludwig did that, we were like, how do I say this? We overcompensated, but now they know how it feels like to just fist fight. And it's okay to lose. As long as we play our game, you know? Actually, and then after that, I was like, we're going to start winning, and we did. We haven't lost since.
Actually, when we lost in Academy to KEYD, that was one of the things that I told them.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that we would lose at a certain point just because of composition, but because after the second fight, the blue fight, I said, okay, this was the first time you guys had fear on one game, because up to now, you just stomped everyone. Yeah. And we were always in a good position, but the first time we were in a bad position, we couldn't lift like ourselves there, but okay, now you know the feeling, don't do that again. When you get in this situation, do this. And I really think that one of the things that you did super well with KEYD is that the beginning, I thought you guys would struggle more because the lineup was kind of new. And something that happens on Brazil is that when you have a like totally new squad, the first weeks are actually rough here. Yeah. That's normally happens. And for example, Red, they had a new squad. It was actually a really similar structure to the last years. And the players knew themselves, like Grafter just came back. Yeah. So they actually perform faster, like they click faster. But probably because of you guys' job, not just management, you and all the coaches, you clicked really well, really fast. Yeah. Even though you had that defeat that we were talking about.
To be honest, we had a lot of battles. Like, because players are not process focused, but as I said, I picked players that could be, right? Yeah. So the first 2 weeks was just like me versus the players fist fighting about what we need to work on and like how to build a process. Because what players will want to do is like, they'll just want to review the reason they lost, you know? Yeah, so it was like me versus them for like 2 weeks. And then after they see like the steps. And also Gigo thought I was an imposter. Initially, like before he met me, he was like, man, this guy on socials is so troll.
All the people here in Brazil think about that.
It's the same thing I told you.
Yeah.
Everyone
like,
see that.
I don't really give a shit because I knew like when I would start working, it'd go away, you know? But Gigo was like, Gigo was also like not sold, you know, at the start. Yeah. So it was like a battle between me, Smiley, Gigo, Talk, what we need to work on, shit like this. And then we clicked because I think we sold him on a process. It was fully top down. And if we needed to have some serious conversations, like management always had my back. It was so easy. It's so easy. Like even when we talked about the cowardice thing, you know, in the West, when you talk about choking, like choking is like being scared to play. Yeah, yeah. It's evita dog. They're so scared, bro, because they're so scared that if they say it, it'll be like in their minds permanently, right? But sometimes like you get an instinct and a feel for how people deal with feedback. And this team, I knew we had to say it straight away, and management were like, go. And it worked like a charm. Worked like a charm instantly, you know? It might have been really bad if we didn't have those conversations, you know? I think it worked out really well. Do you mind if I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, you can go.
Go there. It's the first one there. E agora a gente pode ligar a tecla SAP por um segundo.
Meu Deus, ó, eu vou dizer que eu tô...
Tamo indo.
Cara,
é mais cansativo,
eu falei com o chat aqui que, tipo assim, eu juro por Deus, meu inglês é melhor do que isso. É que eu estou nervoso. Ficar
não, mas já passou. Eu acho que o meu passou.
O seu passou. O meu ainda
começo
tá.
Ali
porque pra formular os verbos tá pegado pra mim. Eu tô tentando fazer perguntas mais simples pra ele.
Por mais que o pessoal...
Porque tá meio pegado.
Vou ser sincero, fala ao vivo também. Ó, pro MD3 como podcast... A gente fazer isso, e aqui eu já te digo, deu certo. Deu certo. Pode ser melhor, mas assim...
Não, pode ser muito melhor. Pode ser muito melhor.
Lógico, mas assim, abre...
Eu não sou o Igor 3K.
Ah, não, mas é que o cara é chitado, pô.
Ele é professor de inglês. Mas depois de hoje, eu preciso voltar às minhas aulas de conversação de inglês.
Abriu a possibilidade. Agora, eu sei, por exemplo, pelo menos no seu, o seu é mais difícil que você é o host. Então, tipo, é pior ainda.
Jesus.
Mas no meu caso, eu vi que eu consegui pelo menos lidar. E mentalmente eu já vou vir pra próxima vez melhor. E eu acho que tá fluindo. A gente tá tendo várias perspectivas que eu nunca ouvi ele falando sobre. Então... E aí, eu conversei com o Vex. Tava conversando com o Vex durante o programa. de algumas formas a gente fazer isso melhor da próxima vez. Por exemplo, ele comentou que existe um programa que é o... Quer ver? Que é o Microsoft Teams, que aí você pode rodar a tradução dele em tempo real, e a galera que tivesse querendo a tradução acompanhava por lá. A gente fazia o programa em inglês e tinha essa possibilidade do pessoal estar tendo tradução em tempo real.
Entendi.
Então, vamos dar uma pesquisada nisso. A próxima vez que acontecer essa situação, a gente vai estar mais preparado ainda. Mas eu acho que a gente tá
Eu
indo bem.
estou me cagando, essa é ela.
I did this exact same thing right now.
Every day, someone
I do that sometimes
hits his head in this
in a while.
television.
It happens. Ele bateu a cabeça que nem eu bati. Eu acabei de bater a cabeça aqui. Literalmente agora.